Welcome, Jose Ruiz here, fertility acupuncturist with Family Acupuncture and Herbs of Reading. Today I'd like to answer one of the most frequent questions that I'm asked on a daily basis. How does acupuncture improve fertility? The simple answer is by improving blood flow. When you're improving blood flow to the reproductive organs, they are going to function better. So what essentially is going on is when somebody comes into my door, one of the first things that we need to do is first figure out, is there any imbalance in the system? For instance, do you have insomnia? Do you have digestive issues? Are you getting headaches all the time? If these things are occurring, it's very important that we get those things under control. The next thing that we want to do is improve blood flow to the ovaries and the uterus. But it's important for you to understand what's going on inside of your body for you to understand how we can improve your fertility. So, this is a picture of your ovaries. Inside of your ovaries, you have what are known as primordial follicles. Now, when you're in utero at around 20 weeks gestation inside of your mother's womb, they peak at about 7 million follicles. When you're born, they drop down to about 1 to 2 million follicles, and by the time you have your first period, you have about 400,000 to 500,000 follicles left. Now, these are the total number of follicles that you will have in your reproductive lifespan. You cycle through about 1,000 follicles per month. So that means that you have about 400 to 500 ovulatory chances in your reproductive lifespan of having a baby. Now what's going on is about 9 to 12 months before you ovulate, these primordial follicles are recruited into the growth pool. And they go through a number of different stages. The first stage they estimate, about greater than 150 days for the follicle to become what's known as a primary follicle. The next stage takes around 120 days for it to become what's known as a secondary follicle. And it's around this time here, around 90 days before you ovulate, that now this follicle has a blood supply. Now this is important because when you're going to a reproductive fertility acupuncturist, one of the things that we're trying to do is drive blood flow. And by driving blood flow, what we're going to be doing is driving oxygen to the ovaries, driving nutrients to the ovaries, driving hormonal supply to the ovaries, and lastly, driving antioxidants to the ovaries. And by driving oxygen, nutrition, hormonal, and antioxidants to the reproductive organs, they are going to function better. The other thing that we're doing by driving blood flow to the reproductive organs is helping with the uterine lining. We want a nice, plush, trilaminar or triple layer uterine lining with all the appropriate glandular and protein development so that implantation can take place and work well. So these are some of the key things that we're trying to do. Number one, we want to check, is there any imbalance in their system? Number two, we want to drive blood flow to the ovaries and the uterus. And by doing that, we're going to dramatically improve your fertility. Thanks for stopping by. Jose Ruiz, fertility acupuncturist. Acupuncturist, give us a call.